Goodies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today we're checking out True Creepy Stalker Horror Story Animated. This is by Wansee Entertainment. Link for this video is in the description box below for you to check out. Now let's get started. I don't like that the mask is on their face.
When I was around 14 years old, I always went on the internet, and I had this app called Discord. After a while of having Discord,
14, you're still young.
I met a boy named Luke.
Came out recently.
We started talking for a while.
A year ago or a couple years?
He asked me what I looked like. Without thinking, I sent him a picture of me. He told me that I was beautiful and that he loved my long dark hair and how I did my eyeliner. I just said
nice, but you gotta be careful.
Thinking nothing of it.
You gotta be careful about
Around a
posting
week
your pictures
later,
online.
he told me that he loved me. And I felt the same way about him.
Oh, okay.
We had so much in common.
After a week,
Luke
though?
was very good looking, too. He had a different style from normal people. He wore a mask and always wore the color black. A while later, I realized it started becoming too much for me.
Really?
He would always ask me personal questions like where I lived, and I told him I lived in California. He also lived in California and said he wanted to run away and meet me. He said that our relationship was going to get real. We kept talking every day, and he got so overprotective and would text me every few minutes.
That's too much.
One day, I was home alone because my parents were on a trip to celebrate their 20th anniversary.
20 years, that's good.
I didn't mind until it became nighttime.
Okay.
It was so dark outside, and it gave me the chills. I decided to close all the windows and make sure that the doors were locked.
That's smart.
I sat in my living room and watched some TV.
Okay.
After around 20 minutes, I heard a knocking sound coming from the window behind me.
The window?
I realized I didn't pull the blinds over it and that some kids were probably playing tricks on me. I got up and went to the window. As I got closer, my heart kept beating faster and faster.
Why? What's going on?
I looked out the window.
Well, it was dark.
No one was there.
Okay,
so
that's creepy.
I just closed it with the blinds and sat back down.
Good.
After that, I got a message from Luke. He said, "Let's meet up now." I told him I was busy and that I couldn't, but he said that I wasn't and that he could see me. I felt so afraid and told him to stop scaring me because I was home alone. Which I really shouldn't have told him.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
I asked him how he knew where I lived, and he told me that he looked on Snapchat and found my exact location. So
that is why I deleted Snapchat. This is, I would say, after the last, what was it, the gym one? I deleted Snapchat off my phone, and I refused to download it because the fact that it automatically it does your location, or if it's like a setting you have to turn off. My thing is forgetting to turn it off, or whatever it is that you have to go through to turn it off. I'm not going through all that. I do not like, in these situations, the second story I've heard where somebody had Snapchat and somebody used Snapchat to find somebody and find their exact location. I don't like that ish. That's why when it's like, oh, do you want us to allow us to use your location? Deny. Not with it, bruh. Not with it. Be careful, kids. Be careful. And adults.
So he could meet up with me whenever he wanted. I was so afraid. I heard a knock on the door, and a teen boy's voice tell me to open the door.
No.
It sounded so attractive, and I knew that it had to be Luke. I stayed still and didn't know what to do. I was home alone, and no one could defend me when I'm alone.
So don't open the door.
I texted him and told him to leave me alone now. Luke knocked again and said he wasn't going to leave.
Oh my gosh.
I finally got up and opened the door.
No, why?
There he was, standing there, ever so
Did you
tall.
take the lock off?
He smiled and bit his lip and invited himself in.
Oh my
I told him several times to leave, but he didn't listen.
Where was he going?
Then he went quiet, and I tapped his back.
Okay.
He ripped his mask off to reveal all the scars he had around his lips.
Oh my gosh.
I froze in shock and told him to please leave
Oh my
now.
gosh.
I was so angry, I didn't even care. Then he smiled creepily and ran downstairs to the kitchen, and I ran after him.
Goodness.
He was holding a knife
and
then ran after me.
No.
I ran outside, hid in the bushes, and called 911 as fast as I could.
Oh my gosh.
The police arrived quickly. They found him. But what was even more creepy was that he smirked at me when they took him into their car.
Oh my goodness.
I called my parents shortly after and told them everything, and they came home.
Oh my gosh.
I never want to stay home alone again. It creeps me out.
Y'all need to move.
I deleted Discord and blocked him before I did. Having an internet boyfriend will haunt me forever.
Okay,
and I will never forget the creepy smirk he gave me.
Oh my goodness. I do want to preface, I do want to dissuade. Discord is a great app. So if you're like, man, I'm not going to download Discord because I don't want this situation to happen to me, you just have to be wise about what you do. You got to be careful when you are making relationships online or friendships or anything like that. I get the whole aspect of having someone that's accessible very easily, that can listen to you when you want them to, or that give you the time that you may not get from other places, IRL. I get that, but you gotta be careful, okay? You don't know who's on the other line. It's different when, like, as far as a creator, you've seen my face, you know what I look like. When you have other people, and even then, I'll tell you, even then, you still have to be careful. There was somebody that recently was talking about how they were talking to a person that is a creator, and that person was asking for specific pictures, and the person gave it, and I'm like, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful because you don't really truly know somebody via the internet. You know, you don't really 100% know somebody over the internet. To get to know somebody, it takes time and conversations and things like that. For a week later, for them to both say I love you, it speaks more to how they are as individuals. They're people that both, needed somebody, and when they found somebody, when she found what she was looking for in him, he found what he was looking for in her, and that's why in a week they're like, I love you. That's way, way, way too soon to be in love with somebody, especially online, that you have never met or spoken to in real life. It's just via internet. That's way too soon. You gotta be careful. Check all of your apps right now. See if your location is being shared via your apps, that you might have just said allow all and it allowed it, or it popped up and you're clicking out and you just hit allow. Make sure you look into that. When you're posting things, do not share your location. Instagram is different. Like if I'm at an event, a public event, I'll share my location. I'm at this event. A lot of people are at this event. But if it's not that, I do not share my location. There's no need for people to know where you are any time of the day, unless it's like a public situation where there's like a bunch of other people, like thousands of other people, hundreds and thousands of other people around you. You gotta be careful, guys. You gotta be careful. And never say you are alone. Someone's like, hey, knocking at the door, which each of these videos that someone has said they're alone, they, in retrospect, like, I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. And this is crazy. At least they caught the guy. That's good. They caught the guy. He got arrested, but he's going to get out sometime. So her family needs to move. But man, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. How do you think of that story? How does that relate to you in your life? Let me know down below. If you like that video, check out the link in the description box below to support Wansee and everybody else involved in the video. If you like this video, hug the life out of that like button. I love you guys as always. And until next time, buddies. Toodles.